Good morning. It is almost 9 a.m. on Monday, and I'm about to have my regular workday breakfast. It will be the only time this week, I think, that you see it because I didn't realize how dangerously low I am on oats, and I don't have enough for another bowl. So I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk, half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I did not buy fresh fruit when I went grocery shopping this weekend because I was very unorganized and did not plan well. So I don't have any bananas or anything for on top of this. Plus, like I said, this is probably the only time you're going to see the oatmeal this week. Unless I crack into the oatmeal that I have, not the oatmeal, the oats that I have for baking projects. I don't really care for them for breakfast, but you know, with desperate times, desperate measures, we'll see what happens. It is 4:06 in the afternoon on Monday, and I'm having some dinner. So I have a cup of tea steeping. I'll add some milk too. Tomato soup, leftovers from yesterday, and I made an epic grilled cheese sandwich. I was just gonna do a regular grilled cheese sandwich to dip into the soup because I love doing that, but I just kind of kept adding to it. So I don't know how well you'll be able to tell, but inside the grilled cheese sandwich is turkey bacon and a fried egg. Now, I cooked the egg yolk so that it wouldn't be runny, so all the gooiness you're seeing is the melted cheese, partly because it's already gonna be a messy sandwich, so I didn't need like the yolk spilling out when I bit into it. And also, there's currently a recall on eggs happening in BC, where I am, and a couple other provinces, but not all of them yet. My eggs do not qualify under the recall. They're from the batch before the first batch being recalled, but doesn't mean that you can't be too careful. So while I love a runny yolk, I thought I would make sure that it was cooked all the way through this time, just in case. So this will be my dinner. Good morning. It is 8:17 a.m. on Tuesday, and I'm about to have a possibly ill-advised breakfast. I have 2 back-to-back physio appointments after work today, and I will not have any time after work to eat anything before going to those appointments. So I probably should be having like a more hearty breakfast today, but I'm out of the oats, and I don't know what else to make. Like my brain just kind of went on a blank, except for pancakes, which I don't have time to make pancakes when I'm working. So I have 2 pieces of sourdough bread that I have toasted. I have Philadelphia light cream cheese and some raspberry jam on them. I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. And I figure at some point I'm going to have a snack or maybe a protein bar or something to get me through the back-to-back physio. And then when I get home from that, if I'm physically capable, I will make dinner. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, and I'm about to have a snack of cornflakes with 1% milk and a cup of tea with a splash of milk. It's a carb-heavy day so far. It is 6:30 in the evening on Tuesday. I'm finally home from the double physio, and I'm about to have dinner. Yeah, soup. It's a soup night. Soup is the only thing I could actually put together because all it involves is opening a can and pouring it into a pot. So I'm having Campbell's Chunky Chicken a la King. Sorry, the can's wet, and I'm trying not to hold it over top of the actual bowl of soup. I'm having this. And it's wet because I rinsed it out, in case you're wondering, not because things in my kitchen are just wet. There is the nutritional information. So I'm having the soup. I have a cup of tea. I switched out my mug. I wanted a larger one, and I wanted Eeyore because Eeyore makes me smile. So I'm gonna have soup and tea. I'll put some milk in the tea in just a minute. And yeah, a nice, really easy dinner. It's not quite 8 a.m. on Wednesday, and I'm having my breakfast. It's earlier than normal, but oftentimes my breakfast gets dictated by if the cat is on my lap or not. So if he's on my lap and very comfortable, I'm not going to move him, so it will be bumped out late. He got off my lap at 7:45 to go get a nibble and something to drink, so I decided to take my moment of freedom while I had it, rather than have to wait another hour to hour and a half. So I have 2 pieces of toast with raspberry jam on top, a cup of tea with a splash of milk. Nice and simple breakfast, mostly because I don't have any oatmeal on hand right now and I don't have the time to actually cook something. So this is it for right now. It's 3:47 in the afternoon on Wednesday, and I'm having a very flat dinner. Like, it's all just very flat food items, not intentional. So I have 2 of the potato latkes from IKEA, 2 sunny side up eggs with runny yolk, which is, in my opinion, the best way to have an egg, 2 slices of turkey bacon, a side of vegetables with a little bit of green goddess seasoning on it, and then I have a cup of tea that is steeping that I will add some milk to. Normally I would have toast, but because I have the potato latkes, they are my carb for this meal. Yeah, I don't know. There isn't really too much more to say about it. I might put a little bit of ketchup on the side to go with the eggs. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to keep it as is. It is 8:48 in the morning on Thursday and I'm about to have breakfast. I really didn't know what I wanted, but that's kind of a lie. What I wanted was something too complicated to make on a work day. So out of the simple, fast, easy, work appropriate breakfasts, I didn't know what I wanted. So I just went with toast with jam on it. Mostly just because it's like the easiest of all the easy things. I am having a bit of a splurge today though, so I have my tea with a splash of milk, and then I also made some hot chocolate. My mom bought me these little packages of hot chocolate. They're like individual portion ones, and you just add 3/4 of a cup of boiling water and boom, hot chocolate. So that is what I did. The instructions said if I wanted, I could swap out the water for steaming hot milk to make it creamier, and now I am intrigued. Do you ever make hot chocolate with milk? I've only ever made it with water, and now I'm curious what it might be like if I try it with milk one day. Maybe something to do in the future, but not right now. Right now, toast, tea, and hot chocolate with water. You just saw clips from my dinner. I was out with my Dragon Boat team. It's Thursday night, and there was a 3-course menu that they were doing at the restaurant. So I had a cauliflower and cheese soup, a chicken korma, and then the dessert I chose is this toffee pudding with ice cream. But I was too full. I couldn't even finish the chicken korma. I have half of it sitting in my fridge for leftovers tomorrow. So they brought me the dessert right before we were leaving. And it's still warm. Like, I didn't even clue into the toffee pudding is a warm dessert, so the container is still warm to the touch, and the ice cream is only a little bit melted. And I was gonna pop it directly into the fridge and the freezer, but then I realized that because of like the toffee and the caramel and everything, it might not be great tomorrow, just because I don't know how well it will warm up. So I'm gonna try a little bit of it tonight, see what it's like, and I'm not really that hungry. The dinner, the half of it that I ate and the soup was very filling, but still, I'm gonna have at least some of this tonight just to try it when it's theoretically kind of at like its peak, and then maybe put the rest into the fridge and the freezer, or maybe finish it. I'm not really sure. I would like to think I have willpower and we'll put it into the fridge and the freezer, but I can't say for sure. There's no guarantees when it comes to dessert. But I'm going to eat this and then call it a night for food because I am very, very well fed today. It's about 12:15 in the afternoon on Friday, and I'm about to have some tea and toast. No, I did not forget to film a breakfast earlier. This is the first food that I'm eating today. I definitely overate yesterday, and I've been feeling the effects of it today, where even though you would think that it would be well and truly fine by now, I still feel as if like my stomach is heavy and I'm digesting like a snake or something, just doing this very slow today. And I just don't want more food. I haven't been hungry, so I wasn't going to eat, but I have a dentist appointment after work, and they're fixing a tiny little filling, and it's going to leave my face numbed for a very long time because I am a natural redhead, and so we take more numbing agent than other people because of genetics and stuff. And so whenever they have to numb me for dental work, it's usually anywhere up to like 4 hours or more before I could actually eat something. I'll be able to, like, with a straw very carefully sip liquids, but food is kind of out of the question. And if I wait until after the appointment and after that amount of time for my face to have thawed to eat something, I'm going to be ravenous. Like, that's way too long to be waiting. So I decided that I am starting to feel a tiny bit hungry while still also feeling full, which is a very weird mixture of signals to be getting. I'm going to have some toast and I'm going to have some tea, and it's just going to have to be what gets me through until the numbing has worn off after the appointment and I can have some real food. And I guess we'll find out sometime much later tonight what that real food will be. It's about 6:30 or so on Friday evening, and I'm about to have some comfort food after my visit to the dentist to get the cavity taken care of. One half of my mouth is still quite frozen, so I don't know how easy or hard this is going to be, but once I sit down, I am not getting back up. Like, I know this, I'm exhausted, and the drill sound really just like drove right into my head, and I have a massive headache. So like, once I'm down, I'm down, and I need to eat something before that happens. So I went with the macaroni and cheese. It's the white cheddar because I thought it should be really easy. It's not soup. I don't think I'll do well with liquids right now. And there's really not too much chewing involved. So that is my strategy for the macaroni and cheese. Also, comfort food. I have a cup of tea. I'm going to put some milk into it, and then I'm going to drink it with a straw out of the non-frozen side of my mouth because I can't drink normally yet. I'll lose it. It's so bad. I'm sure you have had dental work at some time and you know what this is all about. Like, it's not a big deal. It'll be over and done within a couple hours, but just for right now, in the window of time where I want to be eating and drinking, it is problematic. So this will be my dinner, and that will have some milk in it. And yeah, nothing super exciting, but comforting. And like I said, once I sit, I'm not getting back up. It's 4:40 in the afternoon on Saturday. I'm home from hanging out with a friend. Instead of doing brunch, we went to one of the cafes that's taking part in the Hot Chocolate Festival, which is the image that you saw before this one. I got a mango crunch white chocolate hot chocolate extravaganza. It was amazing. So this is the leftover chicken korma from my dinner on Thursday when I went to Tap and Barrel with my Dragon Boat team. Well, the bulk of my Dragon Boat team, not quite everybody could make it. It doesn't look as good probably warmed up as it did like from the restaurant serving, because of course it's all mixed up together, so the rice isn't white anymore. It's coated in the sauce, but I am sure it will be just as good. I wish I had some little like pitas or something to put on the side with it, but I do not, but that is fine. So this is my first real meal of the day. I was going to eat before I went out to meet up with my friend, but wasn't really feeling well, had a really bad headache, so just took some pain medication and had some caffeine before heading out. And I still have the headache and still not feeling great, but really should be eating something by this point in the day. So this is going to do the trick. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I didn't have enough room on one plate, so I've made extra dishes. I have 2 pieces of toast, one with raspberry jam, one just with margarine, a cup of tea that is steeping, and the main attraction is a 2-egg omelet with chili pepper flakes and dill and cheese on the inside. And then I have some mixed vegetables from one of my frozen bags of veggies with 2 turkey bites, the spicy version that have been sauteed in the pan and mixed in with the veggie, and some Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top. I just realized I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna put some Kewpie mayo on top of the omelet, and that will be my breakfast, lunch, brunch. It's too late for brunch, so I guess it's my lunch. It's my lunch. It is 10:30 at night on Sunday, and I forgot to eat. Oops. I know some people will be like, how do you forget to eat? And well, you just do sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. I just forget sometimes. After I ate the meal that I showed you earlier, I went and I did my budget and brought up to date my digital cash envelopes, did the videos for those that are utter chaos. And then I wasn't in the mood to go grocery shopping, but I had to go grocery shopping. But I took like a half an hour, watched an episode of Schitt's Creek, had a cup of tea, and then went out, did the grocery shopping, came home, did the grocery haul video, and then decided that I wanted to do some of the batch cooking. That is my project. It was supposed to be my project for the weekend, but I've decided, who says all the batch cooking has to be done on one day? So I'm kind of spreading it out over a series of days and doing parts here and there. So like overnight, I had my Instapot cooking shredded barbecue chicken, so that's one of them done. And so today, right now, I am roasting butternut squash that's been seasoned in my toaster oven, and then when it's out, I have the first batch is here. So the first batch is out. I have Parmesan cheese in there. It's my little mini food processor, and then I will add in the heavy cream and blend it all until it's smooth. Now, normal people would be doing this while the toaster oven is running and cooking the second batch of the squash because, like multiple tasks at one time can be done, but not in my kitchen. Because if I use more than one appliance at a time, all of the fuses will blow. So while the toaster oven is on and doing the butternut squash, I can't do anything else that requires electricity, not even making a cup of tea. So I did dishes, and I've been doing other stuff like the the litter box and, you know, things like that, just waiting out the toaster oven. And then I realized I'm actually quite actively hungry, which is what clued me into the fact that I haven't eaten since my lunch, which again, oops. So cereal, because it's the only thing that I have that doesn't require some form of electricity to get it ready. I don't know, it's cornflakes. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. This is the very last little bit of cornflakes that I have. So now they're done and out of the kitchen. And then by the time I've eaten this and washed the dish, I think my toaster oven will be almost done. So I'll be able to move on to the next phase, which is not your concern in this video because this is what I eat. So I am going to eat this. I may also cave and eat an apple. I'm not so sure yet.